Creatine is often stereotyped as a supplement for sprinters, powerlifters, or bodybuilders, those whose performance relies on explosive bursts of strength or speed. But this narrow view overlooks its broader physiological role, particularly for endurance athletes who face repeated efforts, prolonged muscle stress, and the cumulative fatigue of long training cycles. For runners, cyclists, swimmers, and triathletes, creatine can quietly but meaningfully enhance endurance performance, not by making them more muscular, but by supporting faster recovery, improved energy efficiency, and better resilience during high-intensity phases of prolonged activity. At the core of creatine's value is its role in ADP regeneration. The phosphocreatine system is the body's fastest way of replenishing ADP, the fuel source used by muscles and the brain during physical exertion. During short, intense efforts, like hills during a run, surges in a cycling race, or fast finishes at the end of a triathlon, creatine helps restore ADP rapidly so athletes can maintain performance. While endurance athletes rely primarily on aerobic metabolism for sustained output, many events involve strategic bursts of anaerobic effort. In these moments, a well-stocked phosphocreatine system can provide the edge between fading and surging. More interestingly, creatine's benefits extend well beyond short bursts. It may also aid in overall endurance by improving energy availability across training sessions and reducing the rate of perceived fatigue. Studies have shown that creatine can reduce muscle damage and inflammation caused by prolonged exertion, which accelerates post-training recovery and reduces the risk of overtraining syndrome. This is particularly helpful in back-to-back training days or competition environments where full recovery between events isn't always possible. In a sport where cumulative fatigue erodes long-term progress, creatine offers a buffer that keeps athletes closer to peak output more consistently. Additionally, creatine has shown the potential to enhance glycogen storage when co-ingested with carbohydrates. This could be valuable during carbohydrate loading protocols leading into a marathon, cycling tour, or endurance event. Since muscle glycogen is the body's preferred fuel during sustained moderate to high-intensity exercise, creatine's ability to increase glycogen retention may offer a dual advantage, enhancing both immediate energy stores and the phosphagen system. This synergy is underappreciated but potentially powerful, especially during the final stages of an endurance event when glycogen depletion and muscle fatigue typically converge. Another area where creatine shines is thermoregulation and hydration. Because creatine increases intracellular water content in muscle cells, it may help support better hydration status during long races or training sessions in the heat. Some small studies have noted improved tolerance to high temperatures in athletes using creatine, along with reduced risk of heat-related fatigue. While more research is needed to fully confirm this, it suggests that creatine might also support endurance performance under environmental stress, a common challenge in marathons, triathlons, and ultradistance events. There's also a compelling neuroprotective angle. Endurance athletes often experience central fatigue, decline in performance stemming not from the muscles, but from the brain's diminishing capacity to drive effort. Creatine, by enhancing brain energy metabolism, may support cognitive function during extended efforts, helping maintain focus, pacing strategies, and decision-making. This could be particularly important in events lasting over 2 hours, when mental fatigue becomes a performance-limiting factor as much as physical fatigue. However, there are some caveats. A creatine supplementation typically leads to a small increase in body weight, usually between 1 to 2 kilograms, due to water retention in muscle cells. For sports where weight-to-power ratio is critical, such as hill running or competitive cycling, this can be a concern. Yet many athletes find that the small increase in weight is more than offset by the performance benefits, particularly in events that involve repeated surges, technical segments, or time trial efforts. Additionally, the gradual dosing strategy, 3 to 5 grams daily without loading, tends to minimize water weight gain, making it a more practical choice for endurance athletes concerned with body mass. Moreover, while some endurance athletes worry that creatine will bulk them up and negatively affect their form or efficiency, the truth is that creatine doesn't build muscle unless paired with strength training and caloric surplus. In an endurance-focused training regimen, its effect on muscle size is usually modest, if present at all, while its support for recovery, power maintenance, and neural function is much more prominent. In summary, creatine is far more than a muscle-building supplement. For endurance athletes, it offers meaningful advantages that are often overlooked. Faster recovery between sessions, improved energy buffering during high-intensity intervals, enhanced glycogen storage, better hydration, and potentially even sharper focus during extended efforts. While it may not directly increase VO2 max or lactate threshold, it supports the many physiological systems that sustain consistent, high-quality training, arguably the most important predictor of long-term performance. When integrated intelligently, creatine is not just safe for endurance athletes, it's a smart and underutilized ally in the pursuit of stamina, resilience, and efficiency.